As we look back over 2,000 plus years of history, life for true believers has always been difficult. You might be in a particularly distressing time right now. Hard times can just drain your emotional tanks, and the hope of a change, it evaporates. You see no end to the situation, and you feel absolutely stuck. Despair tempts you to stop trying. And when you stop, you affirm the reality of what you feared. Stop trying to make the situation better. Stop trying to rise above the circumstances. Stop trying to turn lemons into lemonade. And you know what? You lose. You lose. Now, the belief in Jesus's return can keep you from despair, from giving up, from caving in. With the hope of the second coming, you realize that there is a better situation on the way. Romans 8:18 reads, "That's why I don't think there's a comparison between the present hard times and the coming good times." And the Apostle Paul also wrote to the Corinthians, "These hard times are small potatoes compared to the coming good times, the lavish celebration prepared for us." The difficult times will not last. You will outlast them, even though it is the hardest thing you have ever had to deal with in your life. The promise of the second coming affirms that everything will eventually be all right. Now, often all it takes is a little hope to cope with the problems and the conundrums of life. There is a payday coming. The suffering will end, and somehow, incredibly, you will see that God took what made entirely no sense, something absolutely unfair, and accomplished with it something good. Now, right now, that good is just unimaginable. But we know from 1st and 2nd Peter that believers were dealing with problems, ostracization from those outside the faith community, false teaching within the faith community. Sometimes there is no relief. Sometimes there is no rescue. There's no deliverance. There's no redemption. There's no solution to what troubles. We must afford ourselves to the sufficient grace that God gives us to endure. So Peter holds up belief in the second coming to assure believers that no matter what happens, persecution, suffering, or death, that the end is secure, and in the end, all will be made right.